Hey guys, so this is a guide for 10 million score rate guide, Glory Days Manifest. I don't even know if you actually need this or not. Probably everyone already got 10 million. But anyway, first of all, Obscurity, right? This is the main gimmick for this rate. So there is a bar for Obscurity, and after the boss is being attacked by a stronger afflators, so Obscurity -3. Okay, so this can happen up to 2 times per round. So after being attacked by units, so there's a typo there, by units that has 6 to 8 buffs. Okay, if they have 6 buff, -3. If they have 8 buff, -6. Okay, and you can do that up to 6 times. So if you actually can do that 6 times, so there's 36, you -36, minus 6 more due to attacking with stronger afflators, so that's -42. If the boss is inflict with control, then -10, so technically each round you are able to minus up to 52. If you can do it every 2 rounds, then the boss will keep entering witness round, which will extend the number of rounds for this rate. So now let's look at the stage and boss mechanics. So first of all, Mineral and Spirit unit receive 20% more attack, relative, mental defense, and max HP. So you bring teams that are like Conduit, which is Mineral, Nautica is Spirit, but you know what? You don't even have to bring them if you don't want to, because if you have 5 positive status or stats up, which is not difficult to get, right? So if you have 5 of that, you will just do bonus afflators against the boss. So you don't really need to focus on the Mineral and Spirit units. Although they have that 20%, but it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, just make sure your DPS have up to 5 buff, okay? So basically, just count, the things that are on their head, the icons. As long as it's not red, it is counted, right? So if you have 5 of that, done. You will do bonus afflators, and that character will be able to get 10 million easily. Okay, if you have 8, then you get 10% more damage multiplier, so additional damage. But you don't need to go all the way up to 8 buff. If you have lesser than 8 or 6 buff, so this basically means that you want to have a lot of buffs, because if you have that, then they won't be doing more damage. But again, during this entire raid, the early part of the raid is quite easy in the sense that the boss doesn't do as much damage, usually at the end, because of the minions, which I will explain in a moment. But yeah, if you know the boss is doing an ultimate, just make sure you shield up or keep your HP full so you don't get killed by it. And related to the ultimate, there's also one more thing that we need to pay attention to, which is if we have below 8 buff, the boss will inflict paralyze, and if you have 2 stack of paralyze, that will equals the days. But again, now most sustain can remove control, so it's not really a big problem, because you can bring sustain like Marsha, Enigma, Keep Arena to remove control. If the boss doesn't act at the end of the round, the boss will gain relative defense and crit resist -5%, and this can stack up to 5 times. So we want the boss to not do anything at all, not buff, no nothing. Even if you don't bring Rhiannon, you can do this naturally, because this raid has the witness round. So during witness round, the boss will not be doing anything. And if you have Rhiannon can freeze the entire round, also preventing the boss from doing anything. So just make sure that, during witness round, you don't use Rhiannon sensory bond, and you will be able to build up these stacks quite quickly. Lastly, about the minions, if you kill them, the boss becomes stronger, right? You can read up all this buff, but basically if you kill them, the boss becomes stronger. But there's nothing much you can do about it. You will eventually kill them. They don't really have high HP anyway. So at a later stage of the raid, after you have killed the minions several times, just make sure to keep your shield up and you will be fine, okay? But by the time you probably hit 10 million already. As for the team comp, first of all, the 5 buff is not hard to obtain, so you can literally use any team. Especially if you're using 6, 6 is going to give so much buff to your DPS, and the DPS will definitely do bonus afflators damage. Here, just to highlight, Rhiannon is really good for this because of the sensory bond. So putting her in any of the team, the meta team, you will easily get the score and clear this raid. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day.